Hey guys, I'm going to do a video on how we can improve our mental health. So if you have clicked on this video, there may be some messages here for you. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you would like a personal reading with me, a Reiki healing or a spiritual teaching session, then please contact me via my email. Feel free to reach out to me on my social medias, and yeah. So what will help us with our mental health? So before I actually turn on this video, there was some birds kind of like out in the tree like squawking. So I feel like Spirit has been wanting you to pay attention to something, and I feel like until you pay attention, there's going to be like birds keep squawking. Now it may not be birds for you, it could be lights flickering, it could be technology going wrong, it could be certain just nuisances kind of interfering with certain things, and it's trying to grab your attention so you are more mindful and you are more aware of what is going on or what is about to happen. So just pay attention to what is going on in your surroundings, anything that might be going wrong, anything that's trying to grab your attention out of the normal. Just pay attention to that. Also, I think we're in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde, so a lot of that stuff can happen anyway, so you're just being asked to have a bit more patience with yourself and with others. So first off, how can we improve our mental health? We have the Empress. So you might be seeing free. You might be drawn to children, you might be drawn to artwork, you might be drawn to playing more, or you're being asked to play more, you're being asked to connect to your inner child. Now we can do that through art, we can do that through singing, we can do that through dance, we can do that through spending time with children, we can do that through inner child healing. Also, for some of you, if you can and if you feel called to, spend some more time with your mother, or some of you might want to work on forgiveness of the mother wound. You're going to know if that is your message. Please only take that if that applies. But if that is your message, now is the time to work on that, work on your inner child to heal the mother wound and know that you are lovable, even if you wasn't shown that growing up or in adulthood. You are lovable no matter what you may have received growing up, or in connections that were meant to nurture you. So she has stars for her crown, so pay attention to what's going on with the planets. Pay attention to what is your moon sign. So if you look on Cafe Astrology or astro.com, you can have your chart read for you for free, and pay attention to what your moon sign is in, because that will be particularly important to understand your feelings and your emotions and why you may feel certain ways at certain times. And the Empress is all about self-love and nurturing yourself. So what can you do to nurture yourself more? What can you do to love yourself more? And if you haven't been doing those things, if you haven't been setting aside time each day for yourself, why haven't you been doing those things? Have you been putting other people's needs before your own? Have you been working when it's meant to be your day off? Have you been giving to the point of being drained? Have you been allowing other people to overstep your boundaries and your values? These are all questions that you need to kind of evaluate and ask yourself about in order to nurture yourself properly in mind, body and spirit. So also we have here the trees and nature. So if you can, I'm here on the 3rd of October. So on the 3rd of October, if you can, go to the woods go to somewhere near nature or something like that and just spend some time out in nature, either before work, after work, on your break, at some point in the day. Even if you've got children, take children with you, just go out into nature on the 3rd of October. I don't know why, it's just something I'm picking up, so that might be key for at least like a few of you. Obviously if you don't want to do that, maybe just YouTube nature sounds, or Google images of trees and have a look at those, just to ground yourself, just to get connected with nature more. Then we have 4 of Pentacles. Now this is a card of holding on to things, holding on to emotions or feelings or money or material. It's a card of lack. So the best way to kind of nurture yourself and care for your mental health is to come out of a lack mentality, is to come out of a mentality of, oh, I don't have enough. You do have enough, or you will have enough. You just have to believe it, and you have to make room. You have to make the space in your life in order to receive what it is that you want. I think my light just flickered. I don't know if it's picked that up or not. Yeah, I have a lot of spirit activity around me at the moment. Yeah. Sorry, I just heard loads of stuff. Okay, you guys might be getting distracted quite a lot from the spirit realm. Some of you might have that gift of mediumship. You might be called to work with spirit, or spirit might be around you a lot. And there's like a strong paternal, mothering energy around you. It could be a grandmother. For some of you it's a mother, for some of you it's a grandmother. Oh my god, did you see that? Just flicked. Right, so that's extra confirmation. Yeah, so this card, how to nurture your well-being, your mental health, let go. That's easier said than done, especially if you've got some form of control issues, especially if you can overthink, if you get quite anxious, if you get quite attached to things. Work out ways where you can slow down your brain. Work out ways where you can probably write a pro and a con list, and work out what will be right for you and what isn't, and ultimately follow what feels right for you. And anything that doesn't feel right for you, just leave it to the side, let it go. This is a card of letting go and going with the flow. I'm also I've done a reading, yes, I've done a self-care reading yesterday. I will link it down below. So there might be a couple of more messages in there for you. If you feel called to watch that reading, please do. You might be seeing 444. If some of you have been waking up at 444, literally at that time at night, if you've been waking up at that time, write down what happens at that time, whether it's spirit activity, whether it is weird crazy dreams, flickering of lights, anything like that. Have a dream journal by your bed, and if you're waking up at that time, note it down and note down what is happening, because that's going to be really important. I'm also seeing like a lot of industrial buildings, so if you work or live in the city, that can affect your mental health, especially if you're not going out into nature, especially if you are not nurturing your well-being. If you can, try and get out of the city, even if it's for a vacation, even if it's for a holiday, even if it's for a weekend break, or, you know, on one of your days off, go out into nature, go out somewhere away from your hometown, and just go to the countryside, go to the woodlands, go to a beach. But I'm also hearing go somewhere by a lot of trees. And then we have the Ace of Wands. This is all about being gifted with creativity. How can you nurture yourself? Do something creative. Do something that lights you up. Do something artistic. Now, you don't need to be good with a paintbrush or, you know, good at creating in order to be an artist, in order to be a creative. Creative things can come in the form of, you know, if you want to play a video game, play a video game. If you want to read a book, read a book. If you want to create some art, create some art. If you want to sing, dance, act, you know, if you want to get your own oracle deck and pull for yourself, you know, if you want to write some poems or anything like that, anything can be creative. Anything creative is basically what you kind of whatever you love. So how can you nurture yourself? Do what you love. If you don't know what you love, pick up a new hobby, go to a class, do an online class, look into courses that you can do, something that you've never done before. You know, try and you will know if it is right for you. But if you don't try, you'll never know. You know, we only fail by not trying. At least if we try, we'll know if we are good at it or if we want to do it or not. Yeah, so follow what lights you up, follow your passions, follow what brings you your joy. Yeah, so now we have the last card. So it's a tiger. So some of you might have the tiger spirit animal. You might be connected to Lyran starseed. I don't know how to pronounce that. Look into that if you feel called to. But there's a lot of feline and cat energy here. So you might be seeing black jaguars, panthers, tigers, just normal cats. Pay attention to when you are seeing them. You could see them in meditation. You could see them just like in dreams or out in nature. Pay attention to the way that you are seeing them, because they will more predominantly show up in the way that you are seeing them. For example, if you dream about them, you'll dream more about them. So yeah, so we have, there's no need to be so hard on yourself. You're managing as best you can. Yeah, so that links in with the Empress card. Speak kind, loving words to yourself. I think in yesterday's reading I said something about mirror work, so definitely if you feel called to, watch that reading and there will be additional messages there. But cultivate happy, wholesome thoughts towards yourself. Work on it and be compassionate towards yourself, be loving towards yourself. That is the best way to kind of get yourself out of a kind of depressive, manic mindset or anxiety mindset. Just understand that everything has its time and everything has its seasons, and that things come to us when they are meant to, and things also change all the time. And although that is scary, things can always improve. So just remember that. Anyway guys, that is the end of this reading. If you found that this resonates, please let me know down in the comment section. And if you wish to contact me about any of my services, please contact me via my email or my social medias. And have a beautiful, lovely day guys. Bye bye.